I think I recognize a lot of your names and faces, but for those of you who don't know, my name is Cassidy. Welcome to yoga. We're gonna find our comfortable seated position and relax our eyes and just keep our mind focused on our breath. Deep inhales, completing your inhale before exhaling. Continue to release your mind of any thoughts outside of your body. The music stopped. Continue your deep breaths. I'll see if I can get the music working. Keeping your eyes relaxed, let's start to roll our neck, dropping your ear to one shoulder and rolling over to the other side. Let's keep those shoulders relaxed. Exaggerate your movement. Taking your chin around behind you is optional, so into a full rotation. Let's lift our chin back to center and start to roll our shoulders forward. I want you to really focus on trying to make those shoulder rolls complete circles. Exaggerate your movement. Pull your shoulders down and around. And slowly take that shoulder roll back. Release the tension in your shoulders, shake it out. Let's extend that left leg out to the side. Right leg stays tucked into your body. Bringing that right arm up and over. We're gonna start with our shoulder and chest facing forward, so we're not dropping down to the floor, not quite yet. Even if you're up here, go ahead and hold at whatever point feels comfortable for you. Big breath in through your nose. As you exhale, go ahead and allow your chest to face your leg. You may need to adjust your placement, so you may need to press up to your hands. Maybe you're still reaching forward with your chest. So without letting our left left leg move, we're gonna walk our hands forward. So what I mean by that is we're not gonna let our foot roll in. We're gonna keep our knee facing up. Again, even if that means we're sitting up a little higher, keeping your toes and knee facing up towards the ceiling. Slowly walk those hands back towards your body. Bring the insides of your feet together. Into your butterfly, wrap your hands around your feet. As you press your chest through your shoulders, we're actively pressing those knees down towards the floor. So we don't want to flutter our butterfly. We're actively pressing and keeping it pressing down. Let's go ahead and slide those feet forward a few inches into more of a diamond. And go ahead and round through the spine. Bring that nose forward, continuously pressing those knees down. Let's slowly lift ourselves back up. This time extending that right leg out to the side, left foot or left knee stays tucked. We're gonna start with that left arm reaching up and over, chest facing me. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring that chest forward. Again, adjusting your placement if you need to. As we walk those hands to center, don't allow your right knee to follow, so keep that knee facing up. Let's slowly walk those hands towards our body. Slide those feet out in front of you. Shake it out. I'm just going to turn over here to the side. Inhale, bring those arms overhead. If you have a belt or yoga strap, feel free to use that if you'd like. So if you don't have a belt or yoga strap, you can modify by just walking your hands forward, holding on to whatever point on your leg you feel comfortable holding. Or if you can reach for those feet, go ahead and reach for those feet in your pike, nose down to the floor. Sorry. Inhale, slowly roll back up and sitting tall. We're going to do that one more time. It gives you an opportunity to take this a little bit further. So if you were walking your hands out, see if you can reach them a little bit further this time. If your hands were reaching down to the floor and you have some sort of yoga block or a shoe or something where you can take that even further, feel free to do that. Let's bring those arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, this time taking that stretch a little bit further than you did the first time. Let's avoid looking down at your feet or up at your feet. Keep that eyes, I cannot talk today. Excuse me. Keep your eyes looking down at the floor. Slowly roll that spine back up into your seated position and allow those feet to scoop behind you. We're going to go onto all fours. Wrists in line with your shoulders, knees in line with your hips. We're going to start with just a shoulder movement here. So we're going to sink down into those shoulders. Notice my elbows are not moving. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and then push away from the floor. So you have a natural curve through the spine, but I'm not arching. So I'm keeping those hips nice and tight. I'm keeping this all in the shoulders. The movement all in the shoulders. For me, my right side tends to be a little more difficult than my left. So make sure you're using both sides equally. You're pushing off the floor, getting that range of motion on both sides. If you want to take this one step further, you can step those toes back into a full plank position and continue that same movement with the shoulders. Gently release your knees if they are not already, and allow those wrists to have a little bit of a break. Sit back on your heels for child's pose. Big inhale as you shift your weight forward for that tabletops. Exhale, release down to the floor. Spine stays in one straight line, elbows stay close to your body. Inhale, pressing up into the cobra of your choice, either your forearms or on your hands. Just like always, pressing away from the floor. Shoulders are pressing down away from your ears here. Exhale, release down to your mat, elbows close to your body. Inhale, press up through tabletops, back into child's pose. Feel free to roll your wrists out, rock your hips side to side. Use this time to recenter. Inhale as you shift forward onto all fours. Take a big step forward with your right foot. Take a few moments, let's let those hips sink deep into this stretch. When you are ready, taking those toes, tucking them under, lifting your knee off the floor here. Make sure your heel is not rotating in, so take a glance at your heel on your back foot. Feet are in line with your hips, not directly one directly behind the other. Taking those hands away, let's lift up into high lunge. I want you to roll your hips under. So if you relax, you might feel a pinch in your low back. Roll your hips under, protect that low back. Twisting over to the right side, arms are lengthening to opposite sides of the room. Inhale, lifting back to center. As you exhale, allowing your heel to release, to follow those hips into warrior two. Inhale, lift and extend your arms and your leg. Exhale, open back up into warrior two. Left hand gently placed on your leg, right arm reaches up or slightly behind you for reverse warrior. There should be little to no weight placed on that back leg. Inhale, slowly lift back into warrior two. Extending your front leg as you drop that right hand to triangle. So whether you're on your leg for support, you have some sort of elevated device, like a yoga block or something similar, or you're down at the floor. If your chest or shoulder is rolling forward, go ahead and take that hand a little bit higher here. Light shift forward as you tuck that knee into your shoulder, rotating your heel behind you as you place your hand on the floor for runner's lunge. Let's step back into plank. Hold your plank for a breath or two. Modify to your knees if you need to. Gently release and sit back into child's pose. Use this time to recenter. Get ready for us to do the other side. Do that sequence on the other side. Inhale as you slowly shift forward. This time stepping forward with our left foot, taking a few moments to just let our hips open and sink deep into the stretch. Let's tuck our toe under behind us and lift up into our runner's lunge. Back knees off the floor. Again, use this time, find your alignment with your heel, your feet, and slowly take those hands away, lift into high lunge. Again, roll those hips under, protect your low back. Twisting over to the left. Arms are reaching to opposite sides of the room. Lifting back to center. Allowing your heel to follow your hip into warrior two. Use this time. Is your knee caving in or are you staying strong with those glutes? Keep that knee stacked over your ankle. Inhale, big lift and extend. Exhale, open back into warrior two. Right hand is gonna slide down that back leg. Left arm reaches up or slightly behind your reverse warrior. Again, little to no weight placed on that back leg, especially on your knee. Inhale, lift back into warrior two. Extending that front leg, releasing into the triangle of your choice, whether your hand's on your leg for support, if you have something to place your hand onto, or down to the floor. Right arm should not be reaching forward, it's lifting up towards the ceiling. Slight shift forward as we tuck our knee into our shoulder. Lifting and rotating our heel behind us. Both hands are placed on the inside of our front foot. Big step back into plank, modifying if you'd like. Hold here for a few breaths, team. Push away from the floor, strong through the core. Do not let your hips drop. Gentle release with those knees and sitting back into child's pose. Again, use this time to recenter. Taking those hands, placing them beneath your shoulders, using them to press yourself up. We're gonna stay seated on our heels. So I'm gonna start facing the side and then I'll turn to the front. So if this is uncomfortable or too painful on the ankles, you can take a pillow or a blanket and place that between your bottom and your heels and adjust that way. If you're sitting and you're reaching forward to compromise your position, go ahead and take something to sit on. I want your shoulders to be pulled back, lifting tall. I'm going to turn to the front now. Taking those arms overhead, we're going to use our right hand to reach for our left wrist. Gently pull up and over. So you should be feeling it right under your armpit. Notice how I don't need to reach here. I can gently tug on that arm. Arm is up by my ear. Keep breathing. Slowly release. Let's take that left hand, reach for your right wrist, gently reach up and over. I don't know about you, but this is always tight for me. My lats, specifically on my right side. Very gently release. Shake it out. You're going to stay where you are. I'm just going to turn to the other side, or turn this way so you can see me better. You're going to stay seated on your heels, whether you're sitting on a blanket or a pillow. This time we're going to take that right hand, reach behind you. Left hand reaches for your wrist. Gently pull that arm across your body and drop your ear to the opposite shoulder. So you can take this further by pulling that right shoulder down while you do it. Let's lift our head back to center before we release those hands. Shake it out. Left hand reaches behind our back. Right hand reaches for that wrist to gently pull across. Dropping our ear to that right shoulder. Again, you can take this further by pulling your left shoulder down. Lifting your head back to center before unlinking your hands. Feel free to roll out that neck one more time, side to side. When you're ready, scooting back onto your bottom, feet forward, and slowly releasing down to your mat with or without using your hands for support. When you are ready, let's start with one knee tucked into our chest, opposite heel is extended out in front of us. And bring those ankles into a few rolls. Try to draw complete circles with your big toe. Reverse the direction when you're ready. We're going to take this stretch a little further, extending that leg, placing your hands either behind your thigh, your calf, or maybe even your ankle for support. If your shoulder is reaching off the floor, adjust your placement. Slowly tucking that knee back into our chest. Placing your foot on the floor, shaking it out. When you're ready, switching over to the other side. Starting with our knee tucked in. Opposite heel is extended. And starting to roll out your ankle. Again, trying to draw complete circles with your big toe. If you have not already, reversing the direction. Extending that stretch, placing your hands either behind your thigh, on your calf, or maybe even your ankle for support. Again, both shoulders should stay on the floor here. Take your time to tuck that knee back into your chest. Place your foot on the floor and slide your heels out in front of you. Bringing your hands to either side of your body, palms facing up. Relaxing your eyes. Deep breaths. Continue to take your deep breaths as you release your mind from any thoughts outside your body. Release any tension in your face, your forehead, maybe your jaw, your shoulders, your hands, down to your toes. Everything is relaxed. Take a few moments to exaggerate your breath, keeping your eyes relaxed. Maybe adding movement into your fingers and toes. Eventually sliding your feet flat to the floor and rocking your knees side to side. Starting with small movements, keep your hips on the floor. Gradually making those movements bigger. And eventually picking one side to roll over to let your knees fall over to. Hips and shoulder will follow. Take a few moments to just open your eyes. When you are ready, slowly pressing yourself into your comfortable seated position. Let's finish with our deep breaths, inhaling overhead. Exhale to your side. Big breath, inhale overhead. And exhale. One more time, connecting our hands into prayer. Exhaling our hands to heart. Namaste. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday, everyone. Thank you all for participating in our virtual yoga. And if you have questions, comments, or concerns, cassidy.beck@hp.com. See you all on Wednesday.
Thanks, Cass.
Thank you.